The courage to be disliked. Finding freedom in authenticity. Welcome to a journey of self-discovery and profound transformation. Today, we delve into the core teachings of Ichiro Kishimi and Fumitake Koga's seminal work, The Courage to be Disliked. This presentation explores the liberating idea that true happiness stems from within, free from the shackles of external validation. Prepare to challenge your perceptions and embrace a life of authentic joy. W.S. by Wek Sadikyu. The Psychology of Unhappiness, Unmasking the Roots of Discontent. External approval as a trap. Kishimi and Koga argue that our deepest worries are invariably linked to the opinions of others. The constant pursuit of external approval, whether from parents, teachers, or society, is a dead end that leads to profound unhappiness. It forces us to live according to someone else's expectations, sacrificing our own freedom and ultimately, our true selves. Goals shape our reality. Drawing on Alfred Adler's theories, the authors explain that our goals, often unconsciously chosen, shape our emotions, habits, and entire lifestyle. Every thought, action, or feeling is directed towards achieving these goals. If our primary goal is to gain approval, we will inevitably experience unhappiness when that approval is not granted, or worse, when it is impossible to achieve. Trauma is not destiny. A powerful assertion from the book is that past trauma does not determine our present or future. While experiences influence us, we are the ones who assign meaning to them. No experience is in itself a cause of our success or failure, they write. This radical perspective empowers us to choose how we live, regardless of what has occurred in our lives up to this point. The illusion of approval. Why validation is a dead end. The cost of seeking praise. When we chase praise, we adapt to another person's yardstick, putting the brakes on our own freedom. Being praised means submitting to someone else's judgment of what is good. This constant adaptation prevents us from living authentically and following our own path. It's a continuous performance designed to meet ever-shifting external criteria, ultimately leading to an unfree existence. The impossible goal. The pursuit of approval is often an impossible goal because it depends on meeting others' expectations, which are inherently outside our control. No matter what we do, we cannot guarantee someone will like us. This unattainable objective frequently leads to frustration and the adoption of negative coping mechanisms, such as convincing ourselves that we are flawed to justify giving up. Sacrificing freedom for validation. Living life to gauge other people's feelings and constantly worrying about their perceptions creates a life dictated by their wishes. While this path may offer clear signposts, it is an unfree way to live. The desire for recognition, at its core, is the fear of being disliked, which prevents us from pursuing our own way of living. Competitive relationships. The downside of external validation. The need for external approval not only impacts our self-esteem but also fundamentally distorts our relationships. When we prioritize being liked, our interactions often devolve into a zero-sum game, preventing genuine connection and fostering resentment. Life as a competition. Unhappy people often view life as a constant competition, seeing others as rivals. If someone else succeeds, it is perceived as their own failure. This is because approval is often conditional and depends on specific actions or achievements. The success of others raises expectations, making it harder to gain the same approval, leading to fear and even celebrating others' failures. Relationships built on sacrifice. A critical aspect of approval seeking is the belief that relationships are founded on sacrifice. When unhappy people dedicate their lives to meeting others' expectations, they develop a sense of entitlement. They become resentful when their own expectations are not met in return, particularly by those close to them. This often leads to transactional interactions rather than genuine mutual support. Embracing contribution. The path to true happiness. Kishimi and Koga propose a radical shift. Instead of seeking approval, happy individuals focus on contributing to others. This fundamental change in perspective liberates us from external pressures and unlocks authentic joy. The joy of usefulness. True happiness comes from genuinely believing that one is useful to someone. As long as we feel we are helping others, the worry about what others think of us dissipates. This internal validation is far more powerful and sustainable than any external praise. Defining your own meaning. It is crucial to decide for yourself what being useful truly means. Once you identify what is genuinely meaningful for your life, anything else will feel like a waste of time. Even meeting others' expectations without a sense of usefulness will not bring happiness. Selfish altruism. For happy people, helping others isn't a selfless sacrifice. It's something they do primarily for their own benefit because it brings them fulfillment. This seemingly selfish motivation is, in fact, a stronger and more sustainable driver than simply doing what is right. Unconditional self-acceptance. Valuing your existence. A cornerstone of Adlerian psychology, as interpreted by Kishimi and Koga, is the belief that every individual possesses inherent value. This understanding empowers us to accept ourselves fully, regardless of perceived imperfections or past mistakes. Inherent worth. Happy individuals realize that just by existing, they bring joy to others. Humans naturally care about each other, and simply being present can be deeply fulfilling, without the need for extraordinary achievements. This perspective fosters a profound sense of belonging and self-worth. Accepting imperfections. This belief allows happy people to accept themselves fully, even if they have made mistakes or don't feel perfectly adjusted. They understand that their presence is valuable to those around them, fostering a positive self-image despite imperfections. This contrasts sharply with the self-critical cycle often seen in those seeking external approval. Beyond competition. Because happy people believe that everyone can bring joy simply by existing, they see no need to view life as a competition. The success of others does not diminish their own worth as human beings. This fosters an environment of mutual celebration and support, rather than rivalry and resentment. The power of the present. Living in the here and now. Kishimi and Koga emphasize that happiness is not a destination to be reached in the future, but a choice available in every moment. Living authentically means embracing the present, finding meaning and joy in the journey itself, rather than solely focusing on grand future achievements. 1. Happiness in the moment. Many people believe they need to achieve something significant to be happy, but this is a misconception. Anyone can find happiness by simply recognizing the positive impact they have on others, even in small, everyday interactions. 2. Journey over destination. This perspective doesn't negate working towards future goals. Instead, it encourages finding meaning and joy in the process of pursuing those goals. This way, if life were to end suddenly, there would be no feeling of a wasted existence, as every moment would have been lived with purpose. 3. Unleashing freedom. The ability to choose happiness in any given moment is a profound act of freedom. It means detaching from external validation and trusting that your inherent value and contributions are enough, allowing you to fully engage with the present moment and its possibilities. The courage to be disliked. Key takeaways and next steps. The ultimate message of the courage to be disliked is both simple and profound. It is inevitable that some people won't like you. Lasting happiness emerges when you accept this truth and gather the courage to live a life you truly believe is good, independent of others' opinions. 1. Embrace authenticity. Let go of the constant need for approval. Your worth is not determined by external validation. Live authentically, guided by your own values and sense of purpose. 2. Focus on contribution. Shift your focus from seeking approval to actively contributing to the well-being of others. True joy and fulfillment come from genuinely believing you are useful to someone. 3. Cultivate self-acceptance. Recognize your inherent value. You are worthy simply by existing. Accept your imperfections and understand that your presence brings joy to those around you. 4. Live in the present. Find meaning and joy in your current journey, not just in future achievements. Embrace each moment as an opportunity for happiness and purpose.